Federal regulators seized this Chicago bank Friday, this Seattle lender, and this Minnesota bank. Already this year, 92 banks have failed. In 2007, there were just 3 failures. 1 year after the collapse of Lehman Brothers, the banking system and the credit markets are still feeling the economic aftershocks.
The markets are still, they're not shut down, but they're still dysfunctional.
20, 40, and 50.
Georgia's First Cherokee State Bank is healthy, but CEO Carl Hames admits
it's extremely tough out there, and most community banks in Georgia have struggled in terms of raising additional capital.
416 banks are currently on the FDIC's problem list of vulnerable financial institutions. Smaller banks in particular are under growing pressure from bad commercial loans they made for offices, malls, or hotels.
Aside from the foreclosure problem in the housing market, the most significant threat to the economy is the growing number of commercial mortgage loan defaults, which is going to be very difficult for a lot of small banks to digest.
For example, 16% of construction loans are now in delinquency, more than triple the number in 2007. And 38% of all loans for condominium construction are 30 days or more past due. Chorus Bank, seized by the FDIC on Friday, was one of the country's biggest condo construction lenders. Its delinquencies were running more than 70%. Banks also hadn't counted on near 10% unemployment, which has consumers cutting their spending, putting many retailers in trouble.
To the extent that the consumer doesn't come back, then commercial real estate itself won't come back.
That could mean malls or hotels may not be able to meet their mortgage payments, which will mean more losses for the banks. A year ago, the American financial system went into the emergency room. The patient may be out of intensive care, but it still needs help getting on its feet. Katie?
Anthony Mason, thank you, Anthony.